In this video, I'll show you how to make the Lazy Man's or one-man book light. I'm calling it that because it's built only on one stand. With the setup, you can wheel it around wherever you like and be able to adjust the height of it as well. Here's an example of the quality of light you'll be getting from this setup. I ran a little comparison test with the Softbox so you guys can see the advantages of using a book light instead. I tried to make it as fair as possible. The camera and lights were in the same spots in both shots. Both scenes used the negative fill to block the white walls on my left side. Note I used a 35-inch softbox and a 4-foot by 6-foot book light. The softbox setup looks great and does a great job of not spilling on the wall behind me. That's a big advantage it has over the book light. The book light is a large source of light, but it spills everywhere and can be a pain to flag off. But with the softbox light, it is a bit harsher. I have more hot spots on my face and the highlight roll-off isn't as smooth compared to the book light. You can tell by looking at the space between my eyebrows, my cheek, and my nose. The light doesn't wrap around my face as much and creates deeper shadows. If I had a bigger softbox, then it would probably be a smoother transition into the shadows, but you would still get those hot spots typically. Another advantage of the softbox is the shape of the catch light you're getting. I honestly like how it looks for stills, but for film, that might not be what you're going for. Everything in this setup can be found in the link in the description below. This setup costs around $1,300, but you will find cheaper alternatives in the list I've made. At the very end, I'll give you my thoughts on why I chose to go with these options instead of the cheaper alternatives. Before we get into building the light, here's the rundown on the equipment you'll be using. First thing we have here is the 3/4 stop diffusion and bounce material that comes with the Scrim Gym kit. I recommend getting a full stop of diffusion if you can for even better results. Next, we have the super clamp, Scrim Gym clamp, and extension cord. We have the 4x6 Scrim Gym frame itself broken down, the Amaran 300c with a white sock for added diffusion. Then to hold all of this together, we have the Baby Kupo C-stand with the grip head on top, and the Flashpoint runway base. Something I forgot to do throughout this video is put a sandbag on. Always keep the light secured with the weights when you find the position you want. First thing we have to do is build the base. Open up the Flashpoint base and put the Kupo C-stand into it. Add the grip head with the attachment hole at a 45 angle. You guys probably saw my mistake right there. I put the grip head wrong on the C-stand. I'm sorry about the noise. But yeah, I'm here to correct my mistake and show you the proper way to do it. I had the C-stand in this hole while the bounce was going to be coming through this one. It's completely the opposite way. So you want this guy in the C-stand right there, like so. And then this is I just holding the bounce, but you want to make sure when looking at it from this way, from the camera's perspective, that the weight is coming from this direction. So that gravity, when it pulls it down, it tightens the grip head. And instead of this way, it would be loosening it. So I know, big error on my part, but yeah, I don't know where I learned that. I actually been doing that my whole school experience, and no one has really told me not to be doing that. So, but I'm glad I figured it out now. Back to the video. After that, put the super clamp around the bottom of the pole. The C-stand is the same for both the expensive and cheaper setups. You don't want to cut corners on this part of the build. Next, you can bring the Amaran 300c on the super clamp, pointing up in the same direction of the grip head hole. Add the white sock to help diffuse the light even further. Hang the power box on the knob of the C-stand. Now let's move on to the frame. If you've never seen this style of book light before, please like the video to help more people find it. We'll only be building a 4x4 frame, but using the 4x6 diffusion and bounce material. Once done, you want to add the C-stand clamp adapter along the middle of the frame, with the pole part of the clamp facing away from the frame. Now we're going to add the white bounce to the frame, with the access material going the same direction of the C-stand adapter. You want to take the frame and put it into the attachment hole of the grip head.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Now you can take the diffusion material, and if you have the same setup I have here, the length of the diffusion material should be at the end near the floor. For For the cheaper alternative, you will just need to buy different clamps to hold on the diffusion material. And there you have it. This is how you build the Lazy Man's book light. The quality of light is amazing out of this rig and is very portable around the workspace. You're not working with a stand to hold a light, a stand to hold the bounce, a stand to hold the diffusion. It's all in one thing. And at 6 feet high, you can do full body shots and flat lay product shots. The reason we chose to invest the amount of money we did was because this setup is something I use daily for photography. It is definitely built to last and can be broken down to be used in a variety of different situations. The frame obviously can be used at its full 4x6 size. The Amaran 300c is full color and has effects, making it very versatile. The cheaper alternatives isn't as bright, sturdy, and the parts that make it up are limited in their functionality. If you want to learn more about in-house production, please check out the channel. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. God bless.